Hello, everybody. We are back for one last late installment in the fabled Funky February. This time, we're back to Donkey Kong Country. I'm mixing it up though. You know, if anybody's stuck with me before, we know I've talked about the GBA ports. We're back. This time on Vanilla Donkey Kong Country 1 for the what I call the Funky Fishing percent. In order to give our man a little bit more of a spotlight, we're gonna go ahead and play through this game and make sure we pass all 6 of his fishing challenges. I don't know if that's good. I don't remember the mini game very well. I remember gameplay footage. I don't remember if it's just a chore to get through. And also, because I know it's out there. Oh boy, let's see. I know. We're gonna stick to the name. Commercial. Yeah. But yeah, so I know I've talked about this game being all crunchy on the palette and everything before. So there's a ROM hack, which I forget if I mentioned before, that exists out there where it's just like, look at this, look at these colors. It's just kind of like downscaled Donkey Kong Country, the fit and the Game Boy Advance, where most of the assets are put down. Oh yeah, definitely, at least in this one. I don't know if the little writers at Rare were just like, we've seen the cartoon, we're gonna make sure that we slip that in. We're like, hey little buddy. But yeah, the colors will be a little bit more serviceable on the eyes here. That way we can play through this and I get to like, especially just coming off of Mania, I'm probably gonna notice all the things. Also, this line is great. I'm remembering this now, where Donkey Kong's just like, you basically did the equivalent of shooting his dog, and he's just like, I will personally hunt down and destroy every single ounce of reptile from this island for taking my fruit. It's not even really that Diddy Kong just got like completely assaulted. Basically, like he doesn't even care that Diddy Kong just got like barreled. He's just like, he took my fruit. That king's going down. But I expect, having just come off Mania, that I'm probably going to feel any little differences, if there are much, in terms of how this game is. Like, I'm sure they did their best job of getting the game to function like how you would expect the first one to, just on the little Game Boy Advance. But I bet I'm going to be like, this thing is slightly different. How dare they? How dare they have to work with a different machine and make things work ever so slightly differently. But it's actually nice getting to play this on this view and see these colors, because like, you gotta say, this is nice, even with the different layout and everything. Yep, and screens. Forgot. I also like how this game just like takes, and I guess this makes sense considering the time period, it takes a lot of Donkey Kong 64 noises, and it's just like, boom, yeah, we have them here at the Rare offices, and the GBA can take some more sounds, so time to add like the Donkey Kong 64 voice clips over the Kongs, over K. Rool, just over everything, just throw it out there. And it's like, alright, cool, at least, I actually like the Kremling, the basic Kremling noise more here than I do in the original. I just need to jump on this guy so we can showcase it. Come over here. That's the one I think of, because I know I went on the record saying this is how I beat the game first. And that Kremling noise of that is a lot better to me than, it's much shorter in the SNES one, where it's just kind of and I ain't here for that I'm here for that every time. I'm glad I totally got to make this in the time frame though, because now I get to talk about some stuff here in space, and I almost was unable to make this happen for Funky Kong February for one more stream. Now I was gonna be very upset because my space net here was really giving me the works on my little planetoid, because like, I pay for what I think is pretty good internet, And I'm gonna call them out, because thinking up here in space, I get to deal with Y-Eternity internet the whole time. Oops. And I supposedly have a pretty good plan on their net, right? You're like, yeah, I see you, Y-Eternity, and you're here. You're offering pretty good speed, right? You're gonna be able to do what I want you to. I have simple needs. I just need consistent internet. I want to be able to talk to the good folks out there on other planets out in the space net world. And, you know, like, you expect it to work, right? I'm like, yeah, this should be fine. And then I find out for the last 2 nights that when I want to show off my rad fishing skills, that these guys, these jokers, are just over here being like, wow, that's fast. That is much faster than the original. Get back. I need to jump on you. But they're just like, alright, so like my speeds should be pretty healthy, and it's not a hard requirement to do this. I've done the math. I've been in the lab a lot lately figuring this out. So it's just like, oh, yeah, you know, I should just need like a pretty okay speed. You're talking like 6 or 7 megabytes down, right? And what I'm paying for should be way above that. I'm talking like 40 on my paid if I'm gonna talk the hard numbers. But then these guys at Y-Eternity are just like, what if you got less than a meg or like under 5 during these busy hours on your planet's rotation right now? And I was like, come on. I was like, really? Really? I pay for as well as you want. I am begging you, please, just give me what I paid for. And, you know, I consider myself a pretty reasonable man. It's not the people at the lower end's fault for anything. I understand this. I'm not any kind of guy that cause a ruckus on the customer service department. Like, that's just rude. Most of those people are just having to follow spreadsheets and, like, get you where you need to go if you really have a problem. And I get that, okay? Like, I'm not going to take it out on anybody because that's just mean, and that's like not solving your problem anyways for the most part. I guess some people get what they want when they shout enough at the poor people in customer service, but I ain't going to be one of those. But, you know, I go talking to them and they're just like, oh, yeah, Corso, yep, I see you have problems, and I'm sorry that everything's gone a little downhill for a bit. That, you can't really stream some now times, like my pizza tower stream got eaten. That was pretty unfortunate. It became the food that it was and munched by the great space titans. But they're just like, we'll work on it. Don't worry. We're giving you this day. We're going to do the thing. And I'm like, cool. Good. Yeah. Yep. I believe you. I hope. I am going to be very reserved about my judgment of how my internet's going to go. So the day comes, which was like 2 or 3 days later. They're just like, we're gonna go work on the thing, Corso. We got your back. And I see it. It comes around. And it's like, okay. Slap my hands together. I've been waiting. Been licking my lips. I am ready. I am ready to prove them wrong on every single point and be like, see, you lied. Nothing got fixed. But then I did it. And actually, it was pretty good for a while. Yeah, you know, I was like, oh, okay. I've noticed progress, but they're just like, yeah, is it all good? Can we consider the case closed? And I was just like, oh, slow your roll there, bud. I don't know if one single night of working internet is proof enough that everything's as it should be. And they're just like, okay, sure, just, we'll check back on you over the weekend after you get some testing in. And I was like, cool, neat. I got to play with friends. I'm a big fan of the app Parsec. It's pretty great, actually. I play a lot of emulators with friends. I just missed Funky Kong. Wait a second. Where's a pit? We have to go back. We can't avoid the mission. Sorry, DK. That's a good scream from DK64. Alright, well, we'll pause the conversation for a second. See my rad barrels? They're way cool. The jumbo barrel can get you around this island in no time, but it only travels to places you have already visited. The other barrel, the one with the hook, will take you to my most excellent fishing spots. To choose a barrel, just move underneath it and press the A button. To exit my hut, just press right in the control pad, dude. Yeah, you know. Oh, nope. I forgot. I was already under it. Okay, we're going back again. Please, don't give me the spiel. I'm sorry. Guru of game stuff, please. Alright, let me see about this. Set a challenge for you to beat. If you are successful, I will reward you with some wicked items. Here's what you need to do. Use the control pad to move on guard left and right. When you're ready to strike, press the A button. This will haul the catch from the water. Simply place it in the boat to make it yours. 20 red fish! Right on, man. My first challenge is to catch 20 or more of those red fish within the time limit. The more you catch, the better the prize. One thing though, don't hook anything but the red ones. I'm very picky. Record catch is 0 red fish. Yeah, I mean Swedish fish are pretty okay. Like, they're kind of mid to me on the gummy tier, but I know they had their place. And I don't think they're bad either. I think it's like a fine mix of not being overly sugary, so then like it's not really in your face that much. It's a lot of them. Wow. Alright, so I just gotta make sure it gets in the boat. And we've got like Diddy Kong Racing voice noises, which I guess it just means this was like early GameCube. So I guess they probably still had the fella around the offices to do that voice. Not bad. Yeah. Come on, no red ones. We know. Give us. Alright, I'm. No, nothing but red ones. I know what I'm doing here. Come on, just give me a couple more so then I can ramble more. Cool. Alright, already beat the first mission. We are 1/6 of the way to Funky Fishing Percents. Alright. Give me some more. Alright, so back to the internet. I'm doing my days for, like, gets to the weekend. My friends are like, yeah, let's parsec. You can, like, connect to us. You can host us. Let's do some things. I get my streams in. That's when the Funky Bowl happened. And I was just like, man, yeah. If the Super Bowl is going on and everybody's streaming it and I'm, like, active at the same time, obviously my speed must be pretty good. So I'm feeling all right. I happily contact them the following week, and I'm like, yep, seems good. Everything's good here. And they're like, glad to hear that, Corshall. Hopefully your streaming goes well. Because I was just like, yeah, I'm trying to connect to people across the galaxy to stream. And they're just like, yeah, we respect that. Like, honestly, pretty personable people on the thing. Like I said, the people you talk to at base level, they are not your enemy. Please do not harass them. They're pretty much just trying to do their job, and like it sucks for them as much as it can suck for you. So please leave them be. Anyways, so you know that passes by, and everything still seems pretty fine. Pet sitting ensues as my saga went, watching over some happy dogs, and I had a great time with that. Meant I was a little busy for streaming. Couldn't really find the time in, but thankfully I had plenty of material go off for a bit, and I got to compose a rad song that I was struck by inspiration for. And then pet sitting concludes. I'm back, and it's like, cool, time to start planning for Funky's fishing. And I get ready. I'm ready to start my stream, and I see on OBS here, it's just like, oh, sorry, bud. Your upload speed is like 400 kilobytes, half a megabyte. And I was like, oh no. Oh no. I realized then someone there at Y-Eternity went, alright, the time has passed. This guy already gave the A-OK for his internet. It's time to flick the switch and put it back to being bad. And it's like, oh no, please. I just want to be able to do the thing. How hard should this be? I don't even need that much of an upload speed. And like, thankfully now, I was able to slip it in. I was very determined. But just to have it just in my face for a bit and just be like, nothing I can do. I have every intent to be able to stream for you all. And factors outside of my control and my orbit have prevented me from doing it. All right. I'm prepared for flying beavers this time. Mania has trained me. But yeah, so, you know, like, you'd be able to ask yourself, all right, Corshel, so you don't really like the way your internet is going, right? So why not just get another one, right? Like, you gotta have options. And it's like, my friend, you don't know how it's like here in space. These guys, they don't bother to go all over the place. I can't believe it, you've trampled all over Naughty. Give me that giant banana. I will take care of it for you. Come on, get going. You can't rest yet. Thanks, Cranky. I'm glad you can service my giant banana. So, yeah, you know, I'm going to tell you a little about ISPs up here in space. Like, these guys stick to their own systems. Like, they have their own little spaces of stars and planets where they're just like, we don't need to go out here. That other company's already there. So where I'm at in my neck of the galaxy, Eternity's all there is, okay? And well, I couldn't get a better one if I try. You get all the little ones that like aren't actually fast. I have needs, and the other ones are like the same kind of prices for just worse service. And it's just like, all right, this is what I've got. So your next step might be to ask, all right, Corshel, so why not just take your little space home and just move it to a new planet? And I was like, you know how much paperwork is involved to do that? There's a lot of regulations involved to be able just to casually move so I can try to get better internet. That costs me a lot. I can't just do that. There's just too much on my belt. Are these like 2-piece? No, I'm just picking up a lot. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna go get the thing we all know. Oh, please. There we go. Give me the big bird. Yeah. But, so I'm pretty much kind of darned if I do and darned if I don't sometimes, because it's just like, I'm a reasonable man. Everyone knows moving is a big hassle. Must get 2 more. Okay, we're good. But moving's a big hassle. You gotta take your ship and move it somewhere else. You gotta be still close to the planet where you work on for your job. And like, I'm already pretty glad I don't have to drive my ship very far to and from work. The planet's pretty close, all things considered, in terms of fuel. So like, I've got it pretty good. Like, I like where I'm at. So the only problem here is my Eternity and their internet. And they're just like, yeah, you just kind of got to deal with it now. And it's like, well, I mean, I'm sure if I went through all the loops of going like, you said it was fixed, it's not fixed. I love that slow hop, yoink, 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 yoink. I love they added the little frog hop noise instead of what it was, instead of like the boom. And the SNES game, now it's a wait, wait, wait. I like my noises, as you can tell. But yeah, Eternity, they literally have my number. And, oh, please tell me. No! No, I don't want to actually have to do this. I think that's a little harder to get in the smaller resolution. Alright, we're riding it out. I skipped it in Mania. We'll do it here for the fans. But yeah. Just been looking forward to watching things go bad when it comes to my internet and just be like, I guess I'll wait for next time to do it again. Okay, good. That wasn't my third fish. We'll even pick up that checkpoint barrel. We're gonna consign me to my fate here and just be like, this is where I am now. I'm in Cartland. Or maybe I'll get it in one try. It's been a while since I've done this level, but I believe in me. I know to dodge you. I even got the short hop. I'm doing very well. I'm trying to think if there's like physics differences between the carts here and there, but it feels like it's pretty much the same pace I expect. Except when I get beamed. I know there's going to be all the carts to short hop by eventually. Come on. I got to be able to prove. No!